Anyone? Can anyone keyword or reserved words? So keywords are nothing but, or reserved words are nothing but, these are the words which are defined by the system, by the language. Say for example, I can use if. If is defined, if meaning is defined, we can't give another meaning to the if, right? So say for example int is already defined, so int, whenever I use int becomes, it is a data type, right? So whenever I use do, or whenever I use go to, or whenever I use for, so these all are defined already in this particular language, so we should not alter the meaning of these keywords. For example, I can't use int followed by else, or int followed by final. So this meaning we can't alter. Such things, these are already reserved. The meaning is already reserved. We should not re-change or re-modify these meanings. Such things you can call as keywords. Java will have 50 keywords and many more things already defined here in the form of a table. Please go through this. In Java, in C, we are having 32 keywords. Here we are having 50 keywords, and we will use wherever the time permits. Public, we already come across. We know pretty well about if, for, new, go to, final, right? Int, float, char, and so on, right? So while, do while, yes or no? Gurtunayama, have you remembered all these keywords which we come across in C language?
Yes, sir. Sir.
Right? Okay, I'll give the time later once. So these are the few basic things, and we will start. Yeah, just focus here. The Java is a strongly typed language. What do you mean by strongly and loosely typed language? So C comes under loosely typed language. So whatever the statements and whatever the type conversions which we done in C language, that should done automatically. Say for example, I can assign like this. Uh, I can take a notepad. So say for example, int x equal to 12.2345. So what happens whenever I assign like this in C language? అమ్మా కనపడుతుందా ఇది?
Yes, sir.
So say for example, accidentally or wantedly I define like this. Int x is of type integer, and I mention very clearly 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So what happened in this situation? So x is going to be accept only integer part and simply it ignores the remaining decimal values. Say for example, if I use float, say for example y equal to some 2. So in the situation what happened? So y is of type float, right? But you are assigning only integer. In C language, C is going to be convert automatically and make y as 2.000 something. But here x as only 12. Yes or no? These are things happen in Java, in C language. Why? Because it is automatically typecast is done in C language. But in Java, it never allows such things. We need to very strictly, we need to mention what things you are assigning to what data type. That's why you can call it as a strongly typed language. The type conversions and expressions should be done very strictly. And the second one is all assignments, whether you are explicitly converting, we need to do typecasting. So there is no automatic conversions takes place in Java language. Please remember, so automatic things never happen in this. but some extent will happen, but it is a very strongly written, and all the things are going to be takes very properly, and it assigned to appropriate data types. If something happen or if you assign one to another, the system will give you at the time of compilation. Java compiler checks each and every expressions before parsing. Clear, Amma? Any doubt? Next, we will see a data types. It's a very simple and everyone knows, and a very important question even. Usually, you may find the questions like write about Java data types, or what is the data type? Explain in detail. If for 10 marks. So at the time we need to write what exactly the data type is, and how many data types you are having, and what are they, and what the size of each and every data type, what are its initial and final values, and so on. This also not new for us. Anyhow, I'll just give certain information. The data type in the sense what type of data we are using in our program, whether you are using integers or characters or float, or what type of information you are using. Such things we need to define in order to understand the Java compilers and go for executing, go for parsing all the statements. So such things we need to define very properly. So say for example, I would like to find sum of two numbers. So whether I want to adding two integers or adding two floats or adding two characters. So such things I need to define in such a way that the data types are going to be defined properly in the beginning, or wherever the things you are going to be used. So as usual, here we are having two types of data types. The first one is primitive, second one is non-primitive. Right? Primitive in the sense the standard data types. This only new for us here. Boolean అనేది మనకి ఇక్కడ కొత్తగా కనబడుతుందమ్మా. We come across character, integer, byte, short integers, long integers, float, double, and all. Already we come across all these fundamental data types like integer, long integer, short integer, signed, unsigned, character, float, double, and so on. The new one here it is the Boolean. So Boolean will have only two possibilities. It may be true or it may be false. So this is not there in C language. In that we use it. We are making certain things as a flag, and you are making 1 and 0, and you are doing certain operations. But in Java we are having a very different data type. The Boolean. Boolean is going to be represent whether the statement is true or false. And pretty well about integers, everyone, and what is the float and double. Integers will have a byte, short, int, long, and all, and whole values signed and unsigned. Coming to float values, usually we are having float and double, which are going to be accept fraction values, decimal values. And coming to characters, characters will have a literals like single characters, which are represented within single code. Say for example, A is a character, I can represent within a single code. If I represent the same within double quotes, what happen? A becomes a string. So Boolean will have a true values, true or false. Anything new for us? Any doubt? ఏమా ఉన్నారా, వెళ్ళిపోయినారు అందరూ?
Yes, sir.
Please respond. Otherwise, we
Yes,
don't know.
sir.
Yes, sir.
It's a very, very important question. You should have all in your tips. You take a simple example here. Data types. You are having two things, primitive and non-primitive. So Boolean, of type Boolean, characters, usually characters, integers, byte, short, int, long, and so on. These are integers. Again, we are having integer type and float type, numerical way if you categorize, and it is a float and double. And coming to non-primitive, so which are defined by ourselves, like can have a string data type, array data type, and so on, and many more things. Like class is one data type which comes under primitive. strings are going to be define our own data types, arrays are going to be define our own data types. So these comes under non-primitive. We'll discuss those things later and see a simple chart, a table of all the things together in a single slide. Coming to first one, so boolean, it's a type is boolean and having a value is true or false. The default value is true. By default, the boolean type is false. The size is 1 bit, right? So example is boolean. Say for example, 1 equal to false. When 1 becomes a boolean variable, its value is false. Is it clear to you all? కనపడుతుంది అమ్మా ఇది? ఇది మొత్తం మీ మైండ్ లో ఫిక్స్ కావాలి చూడండి ఇది. సో బూలియన్ అనేది మనకి కొత్తదమ్మా ఇక్కడ. రిమైనింగ్ అన్ని ఆల్రెడీ చదివింటారు మీరు. సి హియర్ బూలియన్, ఇట్స్ డిఫాల్ట్ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ ఫాల్స్, ద సైజ్ ఈజ్ 1 bit. I can define boolean followed by variable name equal to, I can mention false or true. Don't try to put within double quotes. False and true are the keywords. Are the keywords you assign directly. Now ONE1 becomes a variable of type boolean, its value is false. The range is true or false. Having only two possibilities here, it may be true or it may be false, either true or false. Coming to character, you are representing the character value initially is 0. It takes a 2 bytes. You are representing within a single code. Char ch equal to single quotes a. Whatever you are representing within single quote, that becomes a character. You are assigning to ch variable. The range is starts from 0 to 65535. Its range. You are representing with unsigned and 0002 FFFF. 0 to 65,536. It's a range of characters in Java. It takes 2 bytes of memory. C language 1 byte చెప్తామమ్మా, ఇక్కడ 2 bytes తీసుకుంటుంది. Next, byte, short, int, long, all these 4 comes under integer form. It takes initial values are 0. So whenever you are representing long integer, you are representing with L. L represents the long, F represents the float, D represents double. It may be lower or uppercase. కొంచెం గుర్తుపట్టుకోండి అమ్మా. సో లాంగ్ చెప్పినప్పుడు you are representing with L, float చెప్పినప్పుడు you are representing with F, and double for D. And the sizes are for byte 1 byte, short 2 bytes, integer takes 4 bytes, long takes 8 bytes, float 4 bytes and double 8 bytes. And these are the examples how you are going to be assigned the values. Please do practice with pen and paper. Try to remember the sizes and how you are going to be assigned a variable to the data types. The values are going to be assigned to the data type and what is the range. So byte is going to be varied -128 to 127 and short is, it is the integer range in C language. Here it is a short range. And this is integer range in Java and long integer range, and I am representing here in exponential form the float values which is having decimal values, and it is a double range. Any doubt in this? Here we are using Unicode system, not ASCII code. Inside C language we use an ASCII code system. Here we are using Unicode system. Java uses Unicode system. Inside C language we use an ASCII code system. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Chana problem avutundamma. It's nothing too new for us. Only thing we need to remember such certain new things here. The longs are going to be referred with L, floats are referred with F. F రాయకుంటే ఏమవుతుంది ఇది? It becomes a double. Please remember, if you forget to mention F, the system assumes that that is a double. Okay na? If you mention D or not, the system turns or converts that into double format. So if you want to mention anything float, please refer F. ఇవి ఒకటి కొంచెం కొత్తగా ఉంటాయమ్మా, కొంచెం గుర్తుపట్టుకోండి. Any problem in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, I'll share this information. Please practice with pen and paper.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
I'll end this session by with these two examples. Please go through. So here I took a simple main method inside. I defined double pi r a. So I would like to define what is r, what is pi, and I am going to find the area pi r into r, area of circle. Okay, Namma? కనబడుతుందా ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇది?
Yes, sir.
I am printing on the screen
Yes,
area
sir.
of circle A. Here plus is concatenation purpose. So here I took pi r a in the form of double. I assign r some number. I define pi value. I just have evaluated area of circle pi into r, and I just printed by means of println statement. So one more example here. I took two characters here, ch1 and ch2. I defined ch1 as 88. అమ్మా ఇక్కడ క్లియర్గా చూడండి అమ్మా, కనబడుతుందా ఇది?
Yes, sir.
Here I just assigned 88 to ch1. I assigned integer value to character variable. The meaning here it is I am assigning the Unicode value 88. Its meaning is x. X is assigned to ch1 and y is assigned to ch2. I printed on the screen. I'll get x and y. Don't confuse. Even though I assigned a numerical value, the system converts that value into appropriate Unicode value and assign to ch1. For ch2, I assign directly the by variable name. Constant value. I print it on the screen. You try the same and be clear in this. Why I assign 88? Why I am getting x here? 88. The meaning of 88 is its value is x. Okay, na? If I replace the 88 with 65, what happened? ఇక్కడ 65 పెట్టినా అనుకోండి, ఏమొస్తుంది?
A.
Capital A.
Capital A.
Right. So one more simple example. You just go through this. So here I took ch some variable. That variable added constant x. Here I just show it on the screen. Like an ordinary integer variable, if I increment the value of character variable by 1, so what happens? The system never gives you any error. It simply shows next position of x. Its Unicode value y is going to be shown on the screen. But try to do practically all these things. Though it is a x character variable, but here I applied increment operation by using plus plus. I can get the next value y on the screen. And these are some of things we need to do by your own. Find two numbers, take two numbers and find the addition of two numbers, and take a simple program, try to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. So we need to take the value of Celsius and convert into Fahrenheit, and take the Fahrenheit value and try to convert into Celsius. The two things done in a single program. And already I did this area of circle and try to find out simple interest. So this is the first thing, second and third. These three are what you can say homework for you. Try to implement by your own. Don't copy the content from internet or any other place. Try to apply by your own and execute. If you have any problem, you may please share to me. I'll definitely help you. Rishita, are you there? Yeah, Rishita, can you take the session and finish it?
Yes, sir. Can I share my screen, sir?
One second. Amma, please be